You might think this is just another video, just another piece of content casually dropped into your feed by chance, but deep down, you know better. This isn't random. This moment has a pulse. You can feel it in your bones, in the stillness that surrounds you right now, in the quiet vibration beneath your thoughts that has only grown louder with time. This is not a coincidence. Your soul recognized this frequency long before your conscious mind ever pressed play. The very fact that you're here means something greater has been set in motion. The universe aligned to bring this message directly to you. You've been moving through a haze, questioning your direction, doubting your worth, wondering if you took a wrong turn somewhere along the way. You've felt invisible, disconnected, and achingly alone. But all of that is about to shift. This is your sign, the one you've been aching for in the silence, the confirmation your heart has whispered about in your darkest hours. This is the moment everything begins to realign. You were never lost. You were being initiated. You are not broken. You are being awakened. You are one of the chosen. And this is the call you were born to answer. To anchor this energy and signal to the universe that you are ready, I need you to do something with intention. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment 77 below to affirm that you are open to the transformation that is already beginning. And finally, let this video play again in the background when it is finished. This transmission had to find you today, at this specific moment, to pull you from the grip of your negative thoughts so you can finally soar. By replaying it, you are confirming that you are ready to accept this divine help and integrate it into your very being. Chapter 1: The Great Unbecoming. You have spent a lifetime trying to become something. You tried to become the person your parents wanted, the partner you thought someone else needed, the employee your company would value, the friend who always fit in. You have been a chameleon, changing your colors to match the expectations of every room you entered, becoming a master of disguise. And for a long time, it almost worked. You received conditional approval, temporary praise, and fleeting moments of belonging. But it came at a tremendous cost, an exhaustion so deep it settled in your marrow. Deep within you, a silent scream grew louder with each compromise, with each time you swallowed your truth to make someone else comfortable. This internal fragmentation, this sense of being a collection of roles rather than a whole person, is the source of the profound ache you've been carrying. This period of confusion and pain you have been experiencing is not a punishment. It is what I call the great unbecoming. It is the divinely orchestrated process of stripping away every false layer you have built around yourself. Chosen ones are not meant to be copies. They are originals. And to reclaim that originality, everything that is not authentic to your soul's frequency must fall away. This is why certain friendships have ended so abruptly, feeling like a sudden amputation. It is why a career path that once seemed stable now feels like a prison with gilded bars. It is why relationships that you poured your heart into have crumbled, leaving you standing in the ruins. It was not because you failed, it was because you were succeeding at a much deeper level. You were outgrowing the cages you had mistaken for homes. The universe had to make your comfort zones uncomfortable. It had to make the masks you wore feel suffocating, so you would have no choice but to take them off. The loneliness you have felt was not abandonment. It was a sacred isolation. It was the universe creating a protective vacuum, clearing the room of all distracting voices and interfering energies so that you could finally hear your own. You had to become a stranger to the world you knew, so you could be reintroduced to the person you truly are. This process is brutal. There is no denying that. It feels like loss, like everything is being taken from you. But what you perceive as loss is actually liberation. You are not losing parts of yourself. You are shedding the weight of who you were never meant to be. This is the first and most critical stage of your confirmation. The disorientation is the proof. The chaos is the clearing. You are being made so that you can finally be who you were born to be. Chapter 2: The End of Spiritual Amnesia. For so long, you have been walking through this life with a form of spiritual amnesia. You were born with a mission, a unique energetic signature, and a deep well of innate wisdom, But from a young age, the world worked tirelessly to make you forget. This forgetting was, in a way, a survival mechanism. It was a shield that allowed your sensitive soul to navigate the harshness of a world that didn't understand you. But that shield has now become a barrier to your evolution. The world told you that your intuition was just anxiety, that your deep sensitivity was a weakness, and that the strange pull you felt towards something more was just childish fantasy. So you learned to doubt your inner guidance system. You started looking for answers outside of yourself, seeking validation from people who couldn't even validate themselves. You gave your power away to experts, to trends, to anyone who spoke with enough confidence to momentarily quiet the nagging feeling that something was deeply wrong. This period of your life is now officially over. The confirmation you are receiving is the end of that amnesia. The memories of who you are and why you came here are beginning to flood back into your consciousness. It might not be happening in one dramatic flash, but in small, persistent waves. It's that sudden, inexplicable interest in an ancient civilization or a forgotten healing modality. It's the recurring dream that feels more real than your waking life, leaving a profound emotional imprint on your day. It's the powerful emotional response you have to a certain piece of music or a specific landscape, a feeling of coming home to a place you have never been, a cellular recognition that bypasses logic entirely. These are not random quirks of your personality. These are soul memories knocking on the door of your conscious mind. Chosen ones are ancient souls who have carried wisdom through many lifetimes. The challenges you have faced in this life were designed to be the specific triggers that would reawaken that dormant knowledge. The betrayals taught you about energetic boundaries. The heart taught you about your own resilience. The heartbreaks cracked you open to a level of compassion you didn't know you possessed. You are beginning to realize that your greatest wounds are also the keys to your greatest gifts. You are no longer satisfied with surface-level explanations for your existence. The small talk, the trivial pursuits, the goals that society deems important, they all feel hollow to you now. That is because your soul is awake and it is hungry for meaning, for purpose, for truth. You are starting to trust that quiet inner voice again, the one you were taught to ignore. You are realizing it has been your most loyal guide all along, whispering the truth even when you refuse to listen. Welcome back. The fog is lifting and you are beginning to remember. Chapter 3, The Collapse of False Idols. Look around you. The systems and structures you were taught to trust are trembling. The institutions you were told were infallible are revealing their cracks. The people you placed on pedestals are showing their very human flaws. This is not a coincidence, and it is not just a sign of chaotic times. It is a targeted and necessary demolition project happening for the benefit of the chosen ones. You had to witness the collapse of false idols in the outer world so that you could finally stop worshiping the false idols within yourself. For too long, you have outsourced your sense of security. You looked to a job for financial safety, only to realize it could be gone in an instant. You look to a relationship for emotional stability, only to find that another person's love can be conditional and fleeting. You look to societal leaders for guidance, only to be met with corruption and self-interest. Every single one of these pillars had to shake. The universe is performing a radical act of intervention on your behalf. It is systematically removing every external thing you have used as a crutch, forcing you to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. This is a profound gift, even though it feels terrifying. It is teaching you the ultimate lesson of sovereignty. True security does not come from a bank account. It comes from your innate ability to create, adapt, and manifest. True love is not something you get from another. It is the state of being you cultivate within yourself, which then attracts its reflection. True guidance does not come from a screen or a podium. It comes from the unwavering connection to the divine intelligence that flows through you. This is why you have been feeling so disillusioned lately. You are seeing the world with new eyes, stripped of the filters of naivety and programming. It can be a painful process, akin to finding out that your heroes have been lying to you all along. But that you might feel a sense of grief for the simple world you once had, a bitterness at the deception. Allow yourself to feel it, but do not mistake this clarity for cynicism. Cynicism is a shield, discernment is a sword. You are learning to be discerning. This disillusionment is your liberation. It is freeing you from the mental prisons of dependency. You are being called to become your own savior, your own guru, your own source of abundance and stability. The era of looking outside for your power is over. The chosen ones are here to anchor a new paradigm, one based on internal authority and unwavering self-trust. The shaking ground is not a sign that the world is ending. It is a sign that your world is finally beginning, built on the only foundation that can never be taken from you, your own sovereign soul. Chapter 4. The Language of the Universe. As the noise of the outside world and the chatter of your old programming have begun to fade, you have started to notice something else. A new form of communication, a subtle but persistent language that speaks not to your ears, but directly to your soul. This is the language of synchronicity, and it is the universe's way of confirming that you are on the right path. Step by step, it's the song that comes on the radio with the exact lyrics you needed to hear at the precise moment of your doubt. It's overhearing a conversation between strangers that contains the perfect answer to a question you just asked in your mind. It's seeing the same sequence of numbers, 1, 1, 14, 4, 7, 7, so frequently that it defies all logic and probability. It's finding a feather on your path in a sterile indoor environment, or seeing the same animal, a hawk, a fox, a dragonfly, appear repeatedly in significant moments. At first, you may have dismissed these things as mere coincidences, but they are happening with such increasing frequency and accuracy that they have become impossible to ignore. This is not your imagination. This is your personal guidance system coming online in full force. The universe is leaving you a trail of breadcrumbs, and your only job is to pay attention and follow. Chosen ones are not meant to navigate this journey alone or blind. You are constantly being guided, supported, and nudged in the right direction. The reason you are perceiving these signs now more than ever is because your own frequency is rising. You have done the hard work of clearing out the dense, heavy energy of fear, shame, and doubt. Your energetic field is becoming clearer, more refined, and as a result, you are now able to perceive the higher frequency signals that were always there, waiting for you to tune in. This language is designed to bypass your overthinking analytical mind, which has been conditioned to doubt and second guess. It speaks a language of symbols and feelings, a language the heart understands instantly. This is also meant to rebuild your trust after years of doubting yourself. The universe is providing you with undeniable external evidence that your inner feelings are correct. When you have a gut feeling to take a different route home and you narrowly avoid a traffic jam, that is a lesson in trust. When you feel a strange pull to contact an old friend and they tell you they were just thinking of you, that is a lesson in trust. Pay attention. Start a journal. Write these synchronicities down. When you see them all listed out, you will be stunned by the sheer volume of guidance you are receiving. This is your confirmation delivered daily. You are not walking into the unknown. You are being escorted every step of the way. Chapter 5. The Recalibration of Your Physical Vessel. This transformation is not just a mental, emotional, or spiritual process. It's prized two areas of powers of our processing cars, inner turning. It is happening at a cellular level. The physical body, the vessel that carries your soul through this reality, is undergoing a massive and intense recalibration. This is why you may be experiencing a range of strange and seemingly unconnected physical symptoms. The sudden exhaustion that feels bone deep, even after a full night's sleep. The strange bursts of energy at odd hours of the night. The changes in your appetite, where foods you once loved now feel repulsive, and you find yourself craving clean, vibrant living foods your body needs for this upgrade. You might be experiencing ringing in your ears, a feeling of pressure in your forehead, or heart palpitations that have no medical explanation. You may also experience sudden waves of emotion, grief, anger, or ecstatic joy that seem to come from nowhere. This is the emotional debris stored in your cellular memory being purged. Do not be alarmed. This is not a sign that you are falling apart. It is a sign that you are being rebuilt. Your entire system is being upgraded to hold more light, to operate at a higher frequency. The old, dense energy that was stored in your body from past traumas, fears, and limiting beliefs is being purged. This purification process can be physically and emotionally demanding. You are essentially detoxing from a lifetime of lower vibrational living. Be gentle with yourself. Rest when you need to rest. Hydrate your body with pure water. Spend time in nature to help your body ground these new intense energies. This recalibration also explains why your tolerance for certain people and environments has plummeted. Places that are loud, chaotic, or energetically draining will feel almost physically painful to you now. Conversations centered on gossip, complaint, or fear will leave you feeling depleted and sick. This is your body's heightened intelligence at work. It is your built-in lie detector, now finely tuned, telling you what and who is no longer in alignment with your path. You will find that people from your past may start to fall away without any drama or conflict. The energetic gap between you has simply grown too wide. At the same time, you will begin to attract new people into your life who resonate with your new frequency. These connections will feel effortless, supportive, and deeply nourishing. These are your soul family members showing up right on time to support you in this next chapter. Trust what your body is telling you. It is the most honest and reliable oracle you have. It is confirming your path, not with thoughts or ideas, but with visceral, undeniable physical sensations. Listen to it. Honor it. It is your sacred temple, and it is being prepared for the divine purpose you are here to fulfill. Chapter 6. The Magnetic Alignment. For a very long time, your life may have felt like an uphill battle. You had to push, to strive, to force things to happen. You were operating from a place of willpower, trying to bend reality to fit your desired outcomes. You chased opportunities, you chased people, you chased a feeling of worthiness that always seemed just out of reach. That entire dynamic is now flipping. The confirmation you are receiving now is not just a feeling or a sign, it is a tangible shift in the magnetic polarity of your life. Because you have gone through the great unbecoming, remembered who you are, witnessed the collapse of false idols, learned the language of the universe, and recalibrated your physical vessel, you are no longer the one who chases, you are the one who attracts. This is the great secret of the chosen ones. Your power lies not in doing, but in being. By focusing on clearing your energy and aligning with your authentic self, you have become a powerful magnet for everything that is meant for you. Opportunities will no longer be things you have to fight for. They will appear on your doorstep seemingly out of nowhere. The right people, the right resources, the perfect solution to a problem you have been wrestling with for years. They will all begin to flow towards you with a sense of ease and grace that will astound you. This can be disorienting at first. You are so used to the struggle that this new sense of flow can feel suspicious. Your nervous system, conditioned to brace for impact, may interpret this peace as the calm before the storm. You might find yourself questioning, is it really this easy? Where is the catch? The answer is yes, it really is this easy. The catch was the belief that it had to be hard. The difficulty was never in the path itself. It was in the resistance you carried. It was in the false beliefs that told you that you had to suffer to be worthy. Now that you are releasing that programming, you are stepping into the natural current of your life, the stream of well-being that was always there waiting for you. You will notice that things you tried to force into existence years ago, which failed spectacularly, will now manifest effortlessly because the timing is right and you are finally a vibrational match. A door that was slammed in your face will suddenly swing wide open. A person who didn't give you the time of day will now seek you out. This is not luck. This is divine physics. You have changed your internal frequency, and the external reality must rearrange itself to match your new vibration. This is your reward for the hard work you have done. It is the universe's way of saying, thank you for your courage. Thank you for your faith. Now watch as I bring you everything you desire and more. Chapter 7. The Invitation to Leadership. This entire journey, the pain, the clearing, the awakening, has not been for your benefit alone. It has been a training ground. The confirmation that you are on the right path comes with a profound responsibility. You are not just being guided to a life of personal peace and happiness, You are being called into a new form of leadership. This is not the old paradigm leadership of dominance, control, or ego, which needs constant validation and a hierarchy to feel powerful. This is the leadership of the chosen ones, which is leadership by embodiment. By simply walking your authentic path, you become a lighthouse for others who are still lost in the fog. Your courage to leave the soul-crushing job gives another person the permission they needed to do the same. Every time you speak your truth, even when your voice trembles, you give someone else permission to stop hiding theirs. Your courage becomes a catalyst, your vulnerability a mirror. What you heal within yourself echoes outward, reaching backward through ancestral pain and forward into generations not yet born. You don't need a title to carry this medicine. No stage, no spotlight, no social platform is required. This kind of leadership is quiet, unassuming, rooted in presence, not performance. Your life is the message. It's in the energy you bring into a space, the softness in your gaze, the kindness in your words, the steadiness of your faith when everything feels uncertain. These are the teachings that transform people, not through instruction, but through embodiment. Soon, you'll notice others being drawn to you. They'll ask how you stay grounded. They'll share things they've never told anyone. They won't be reacting to your personality. They'll be responding to something deeper, the resonance of your awakened soul. What they sense in you is the spark of their own becoming. Your light reflects their possibility. And this is a sacred responsibility. You're not here to hand out answers. You're here to help others remember their own. You're not here to rescue anyone. You're here to remind them of their power to rise. Your role is to hold a frequency of what's possible, to walk as living proof that another way is real. And in doing so, you awaken others into their own path of leadership. This path of the chosen isn't about arriving. It's about continually unfolding, again and again, deeper and truer each time. This confirmation you've received, it isn't the finale. It's the turning of the page. The real story, the one only you can live, is just beginning. And the world is waiting to read every word.